is a CBNnews.com update. I'm Gary Lane. NATO troops and Afghan military forces have combined for a new offensive against the Taliban. In the last few days, the Taliban have shown signs that they have regrouped. They attacked villages near southern Afghanistan's largest city, Kandahar, and a recent Taliban attack on a prison freed hundreds of insurgents. So far, they've destroyed bridges and planted mines with the hopes of slowing down NATO troops. NATO says the area the militants are trying to occupy is a strategic one and would give them a safe location to launch attacks if they are not defeated. Conservative groups are urging California's county clerks to excuse employees with religious objections from taking part in same-sex marriages. Just this week, the state legalized same-sex marriage, leading to a flood of applications. But the leaders of two groups, including the Advocates for Faith and Freedom, have sent a letter asking for the exemption. They say same-sex marriages can be provided without trampling on the religious rights of county employees. The government is now going to offer Social Security debit cards for seniors. According to Uncle Sam, nearly 4 million Americans who receive Social Security do not have bank accounts. Cashing those checks can cost up to $40. So the government is now offering debit cards tied directly to a recipient's monthly payout. These cards can be used anywhere, just like any other debit card. More than 16,000 Americans have already signed up. And for more information on the program, go to usdirectexpress.com. Some members of the U.S. House of Representatives want a resolution passed that marks the first week of May as American Religious History Week. If the measure is approved by Congress, the week would coincide with the National Day of Prayer that is held the first Thursday of May. Texas Congressman John Carter says Americans need to know that, quote, the Lord Jesus Christ reigns in the capital of the United States of America. Last week in Holland, Michigan, workers found a time capsule from 1939. It had been placed near the front door of the Pine Creek School when it was built. The capsule contained a class photo, a newspaper, and a letter from a teacher who had put the time capsule together. School officials are now looking for some of the teacher's relatives, whom the teacher mentions in that letter. One twist that was also uncovered: the architect that drew the plans for the school later founded the construction company, which is now tearing down the school to make way for another building. Well, coming up later on CBN's Newswatch, President Bush goes over new plans for easing the energy crisis and how people are coping with rising rivers in the waterlogged Midwest. Check your local listings or watch the newscast streamed here online at 4 p.m. Eastern. And for more news around the world 24/7, stay with CBNnews.com.